Hello?
Just for you, early.
How are you doing?
Are you able to look at the
Hello?
computer or no?
No, I'm driving.
All right. Mount Holly, New Jersey. We have landlord Jason Wolf, and you have a new number at least months ago for Bethany. Who are we calling? Eric, Bethany, Jason?
So, yeah, it's a Greek tragedy, right? Too many characters there. So, against your advice, I drove to their place yesterday and met Bethany, and I told her that my partner, who's my boss, he is my boss, told me to come because he left multiple messages. And she said, "Oh, our system is shut," and I don't recall receiving any call because he left her a message in the past. So she said
Her
she's
system is what?
their system is very difficult, and some messages don't make it through to
Oh
them,
my
and
goodness.
kind of,
So it wasn't me. It was their system. They don't return calls, and then when you call them out on it, they make up some horse shit every time.
yeah.
All right, so you went there and you met her, and it is Bethany. So you got a good phone number
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah, it's the same phone number that we called. She said that she has meetings from 9 to 11, and she's after 11, she's available.
It's 1113 in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you told her my number?
No, I didn't.
So the one thing that would have helped is providing my number so that she would know to pick up and or save the number, but we didn't do that.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
I wasn't
mentioned the
authorized to do
actual
that.
laundromat itself.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, that's the only thing I tell you not to do is not to go in there and start talking about the laundry. I assume they have empty space.
Yeah. And
Good.
she was trying to ask me about which property, and I said I'm not sure. So he's gonna talk to you. And the thing is that I was this morning in this laundry, and it's like shit. There's like half of the machines are out of order.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit her up. She should be free and clear, ready to take my call. Here we go.
Yep.
Please leave your message for 267.
Hey, Bethany, you ran into my partner, Ali, reference to Mount Holly, a long-term commercial lease we are looking for. My name is Danny. Call me. Save that number. Thanks. So it goes straight to voicemail. And this is the rub, right? Danny's a piece of shit. He doesn't get these return phone calls. When he gets the return phone calls, he doesn't, help me out. Oh my goodness, the sky is falling. These are horrific agents. This number, and I'm putting into the notes, Danny dialed. Last four of her number so that we keep good notes. STVM, straight to voicemail, right? And then it gives me that number you've reached. Hi, this is Bethany. I'm a realtor. I'd love to do business with you. Leave a message and I'll call you right back. That's not what we hear. We hear a generic AI voicemail because this individual, wants her anonymity? Is she a stockbroker for international traders? No. She's a real estate agent for lowlifes. So it makes me sick to my stomach. And then you go out there, find her, grab her. I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent. Should you roll up in a Mercedes with brand new shoes or in a Rolex? I don't know. But I tell you and everyone, don't interact with them so that it makes it easier for me to do my job. So here we are calling right when she said to call. I've got her number saved in my phone. The very minute she dials me back, I will text you.
Sounds good.
As always. And we have another chance for glory here. We are looking at Alan.
Yeah, I called him this morning and said, "Oh, I'm looking for Sandy. I'm sorry, I have the wrong number." So he picked up this morning, like around 9:30 or something like that. Yeah.
Please put that in the notes when you're doing that type of thing. Okay. All right, let's dial him up. Stand by.
Lauer.
Alan.
Yeah.
Alan, my name's Danny. I'm interested in leasing some space here in Maple Shade. I think we talked before. I have your number in my phone. I don't know if you saved mine.
Okay. Which space? I mean,
Yeah, this is I understand that's your building. I'm actually interested in the laundromat, believe it or not, Alan. That's what I do. Coin laundries.
oh yeah, I spoke to you once before.
Yes.
Yeah. As obnoxious as he is, I think he's here for a long time.
Sure. And you know, the thing is, he's been there for a long time. He might stay there for a long time, and I don't blame you. You know, I own commercial property as well. We want the good long-term tenants. But I don't know if you tour the property, if you go into the laundry ever. It's, you know, just,
I know.
Yeah. I mean, underperforming. God bless them. About 60% of the equipment is broken. They don't fill the soda and snack machines. They're not really giving it the old college try. I just do things different. You know, I don't fill my soda and snack machines either. I use a company that comes in and keeps them sparkling clean and full, and I collect a check. I don't try to step over dollars to earn dimes, and that's just what I see here. My name is.
He's got a lease.
Yeah,
he's got a lease, and I don't see him moving out.
Well, it happens. It happens pretty suddenly. They don't want to tell the landlord that there's anything wrong. I see the ceiling stains where that roof is leaking currently.
Yeah.
He's not calling you. He's not saying, "Hey, there's a problem with the roof," because he doesn't want to interact. He just wants to send the check every month. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, Alan. You're a nice guy. At the end of the day, I want nice guys as landlords. I want a first right of refusal on buying your building if that time comes. But just save my number. My name is Danny. And you just put Danny, Danny the laundry guy. And if something goes...
Have you ever approached?
Say again?
Have you ever approached him? Have you ever approached him?
No, I don't want to buy it, Alan. I don't want to deal with him because I never deal with operators. That's a good question. I'm in no rush. Everybody's in a hurry. I'm in no rush to do anything that's going to cost me money. People sell laundromats every day, right? They're throwing good money after bad, in my opinion, and that's a pretty learned opinion. What they are doing is giving someone, what, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 for a failed business? Who would sell a successful cash business, right?
Okay.
Doesn't make sense.
Danny, slow down. Slow down. What's your...
I'm from Brooklyn. I never slow down.
Okay, what's your phone number?
Let me give you my cell phone.
Yeah.
Good.
And then if he ever bails, I'll call you.
That's all I'm asking for. And I appreciate your time, effort, energy.
Okay.
And, you know, at the end of the day, if I do this, I'm spending hundreds of thousands on equipment. That's what serves the community. And then we'll really be staying there. I sent you an email too, Alan. I'll send another one.
You got my email address?
I do. Yeah.
Okay? Thank you.
Have a look. Thanks for the time.
Goodbye.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
I said, do you tour your properties? He says, yeah, I know. What is he, 70,
Yeah.
80?
Probably 80.
I don't know.
80.
But you've got an
the thing is,
80-year-old guy, God bless him.
Yeah.
He owns properties, plural, because he said which one. You have to learn how to read between the lines, right? Who is this guy? Sounds older. He's telling me to slow down. You know, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, the tri-state area, we all do the same thing. We're in a hurry. It's a rush. And then he tells me,
Yeah.
have you reached out to him? He doesn't really understand what we're trying to do. Everyone thinks you're in a hurry. The landlords say the same thing over and over again. Either, yeah, it's time. Let's do something. They're month to month. This guy's probably month to month. It's not my job to ask him if he's month to month. It's not my business. But he probably is month to month, which means he has no lease. God forbid Alan passes away and gives this building to his grandson, or his wife sells it to a real estate investment trust. Then what? You're keeping a physical eye on it, and this is your baby under your wing. And what? We go back, because I've talked to this guy prior. He's known to me and vice versa. Oh, is that a bad thing? No, because that client, I have notes on all of this. I have a guy who's looking to. Oh, there's Bethany calling back. Look at you.
All right.
They never call back. Mute your phone. Bethany, what's happening?
Hi, Danny. How are you?
Never felt better, never had more.
Good. I'm so sorry about even now when you called me, a voicemail came through as a text, but it didn't ring and I don't have a real voicemail. So I am so sorry for the phone tag. I'm not sure what's going on with my service.
No, that was a long time ago. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, how can I help you? I'm glad we connected.
Absolutely. We are looking at potential long-term lease. This is
Okay.
There's a little laundromat there, among other things. I think you call it. So the laundry is what I'm interested in. I am in the business. You apparently met with one of my scouting partners, and correct, yes. Our interest is in signing long-term leases in existing laundries. I've been doing this 21, almost 22 years, renewing the equipment without buying the business, without building the business. You know, the infrastructure is very costly. New Jersey, it's almost $6,000, $7,000 for every washing machine that you put in the ground, right? Environmental impact fees. I'm going to negate that by talking to Bethany about doing a lease. And I don't know if this happens in 6 days or 6 months or 6 years, but when we looked at this facility, I don't know if you tour your spaces, but it's bad, right? We've got 60% of the equipment is broken. Who cares, right? They don't fill their soda and snack machines. Who cares? But laundromats are kind of different, right? They're a community service, and I really mean that. When someone goes to a laundromat, they don't want to be there, right? It's odd. It's like the DMV, right? I got to do this. This is a chore. But treating them in this way, it doesn't help anyone. Certainly doesn't help your bottom line. They've got towels all over the floors, like it's almost carpeted with towels because they have leaks. I know what that is. Their drains aren't backing up because the customer's doing something wrong. They don't clean out their wet lint trap. I know it when I walk in. I can smell it. My intention is to discuss with you a long-term lease when that time comes. I don't know if that's now, later. You know, sometimes these are month-to-month leases, and these landlords and or agents don't ever get together and say, look, you've got to change something here. And I'm not asking about your rent rolls, to be clear. It's your business. I'm telling you what we would like to do if and when that time comes.
Great. I will certainly talk to ownership there. Are you, and I don't know the status of, the owners there, but I'll certainly find out for you. Are you looking just in Mount Holly?
Which all over the tri-state area, to be honest. That's a great point. If Bethany has her fingers in a laundromat pie, I'm interested. To be clear, I don't want to, again, build one. So if you've got a great corner space with 3 million cars off the Jersey Turnpike, no thanks.
You don't care, right?
No, I'm not going to build a laundromat.
Right.
I did that once. I bought one once, and I've built an empire of stores by doing this. So you
are all of your stores, are all of your stores under the same umbrella? Like, what's your company?
Yeah, I can send you an email. You can crawl up my ass. You can look at all the photos. I will happily do that. What's the best email address? I got it the first time through, and I'll CC Ali as well. Yeah, again, you could text me. This is my cell phone number. I've got a ranch in Arizona. I'm from Brooklyn. We, are very interested in talking terms, beating you up on the rent, and then spending $500,000 on equipment. And I do that every 7 years. My retool, ironically, happens halfway through the lease. And when my depreciation runs out on the taxes, this is a great business, and there's plenty of us doing it right. But if everyone did it right, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So there's a lot of folks doing it wrong. And the problem is they buy them. They're 300,000 in the hole because the fervor on the internet is get a cash business where you don't have to work. That's not true. There's a ton of work to be done. But if you do it properly, these soda and snack machines for a small thing, these operators think, oh, I'm going to make so much money with soda and snack because they believe the internet. Then eventually they say, there's no money, and it's a ton of work. And what happens when you throw a soda can and it explodes and you've got 3 hours of work ahead of you to clean it up? So they eventually don't put anything in there's no product, right? Product expires. You know what I do in all my stores? I farm it out. I'll get a paycheck every month.
Oh, yeah.
It's only a couple $100, but I'm not looking to become a vendor. I'm a laundromat guy. So it's all these tiny things that we do. So when a customer walks in, what do they see? They see
a clean store with product.
There you go. Clean store, soda, snack, etc. All right. God bless. Let me know what you find out. And I'm not looking, again, for specifics. That's your business. But if you say, hey, Danny, we can talk right now, I know what that means. If you say we can talk in 2027, I'll still be doing this. Let us know.
Got it.
I'll send you an email.
Okay. Wonderful. All
Cheers.
right. Thanks.
Nice to
speaking
speak
with
with you. Ciao.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. I don't know why 3 of the agents in my office don't pick up the phone. We saw this all transpire live, right? And admittedly, maybe the only reason that she called me back is because you pressed the flesh with her. But all I'm saying to clients is don't go say laundromat, laundromat, laundromat. You might be a very well-kept individual driving a Mercedes versus riding up on your bicycle. I don't care about any of that. All they hear from me is my voice. That's what you're paying me for, and that's what I want. You know, the first impression thing and all of that. Who knows? You might wear glasses, and this woman got beat by a nun with glasses, and she hates everybody with, you know what I mean. I'm trying to eliminate the possibility of any conversation that you have. I mean, you hired me to do this, and the best way for me to do it is without any muck in the way, right? So here we have 2 calls. I'm returning calls. I have 2 calls that came in while I'm on the telephone with you, to be clear, and I will immediately hang up, get those clients on, text them, whether their day is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we will make the return calls. So I've brought this on myself. For a small fee, I'm doing this work with folks like you, and you say to me, hey, let's get on the phone. Well, you know how you text me. I'm ready. Or I'm ready. I only have a few hours. You don't have to tell me you got to pick up your kids from soccer or that you've got to get to work or that you have a dental appointment. Just tell me what your parameters are and we will get this done. Now, what do we have? 2 emails to be sent out and 2 more chickadees under your wing. And I don't know what she's going to get back with us, but that was a good conversation. She gets it. She understands it. She finished my sentences, right? Oh, you've got clean stores with product. Absolutely. That's all. You have to speak eloquently about one thing, not long-term leases, not what you hope to do, your background, what kind of t-shirts you wear. You have to speak eloquently about the business that you're in, because she doesn't know laundromats. Neither of them did. When I hit that nerve with that guy, see, she's different from the last guy. The last guy owns the building. I say, the roof's leaking. He says, yeah, I know. Well, that's one thing that you know from my silly course. The landlord is responsible for the roof, not the glass. Why do you think operators of businesses hate kids on skateboards? Because if you break the glass, that's what happens. It's not on purpose. They fall off the skateboard, they break the glass, and now I've got a $700, $800, $900 fix ahead of me. That's a nerve that I press. The roof's leaking. Maybe he'll go in there and look around, and maybe he'll reach back out. I don't know.
Let's hope
but
so.
I'm not on YouTube to show every win. I could very easily, I'll make 70 calls today. Most of them will be 30 seconds spent with a client, leaving messages, or 45 minutes talking to landlords. And the way that I do the lives, maybe it happens to be a landlord says, you know what, this is really good timing. Let's get it done. And I start negotiating, right? Neither of these folks wanted to negotiate because there's no fervor. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
He does. It's his building. But then again, he's elderly. Still answers his own phone, still does his own leases, I assume. So my message to you is take deep breaths, relax. When this gets done for a client, it's because the client does the work. Now, I need 2 more stores in the next couple of weeks. That's all.
Yes, I will.
All right. Drive safe.
Thank you. And I went there in a blazer shirt and
I said, it doesn't
suit,
matter. You could
Yeah, I
dress
know,
to
but-
the nines and maybe you have gold cufflinks and they go, oh man, I hate this guy. I hate gold. You never know.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I'm-
I know what you mean.
I'm sitting in my
You're imagining
underwear.
my ex.
I'm sitting in my underwear and I'm alleviating. Look at the one guy. You just slow down. And she's finishing my sentence. It's just different. Everybody's different. I play the game. You'll see me when I talk to somebody in Tennessee. I'm not going to give them that fast-paced New York talk. I won't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny, you call from a 480 number. Oh, they're confused. They're not going to do this. Eventually, they all get back to us. You went there and looked her in the eye and she said, oh, there's something wrong with my phone system. Hey, what about the fact that it doesn't say, hey, this is Bethany. I'm the landlord to the stars. I work for so many great people and I want to work for you. Beep. Oh, wow. Confidence. No, I got the right number. She's kind of funny. I know she's a real estate agent. No, everybody thinks they're anonymous. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Beep. That's a big FU in business.
Yeah.
Say goodbye. I'll send the emails.
Bye. Thank you. I
Bye.
appreciate you.
Thanks. You should appreciate me. Now on to you louts. Let's talk for a minute or two. Wait, I was going to say they never call back. Ha ha. He was going to say. Wade and I are working together. Wade has his first free laundromat under his belt, and we're going after number 2. Don't worry, he's in Canada. Does it work in Canada? Yeah. Agents only pick up the phone on the 3rd Tuesday of the month when it's a full moon and the stars are perfectly aligned and there's a 4-leaf clover right in the center of their front yard. True. Actually, the 4-leaf clover has to be in the northeast corner of the yard. Get it right. Cap says, I don't know your name, dude. There's a laundromat available in my state that has a super laundromat being built a block away. The super laundromat is card only with the competition of a place 3 times the size make you reconsider it? Or can you hold your own by having coin-op machines? Cap, it makes me think that you might have seen my course because your question has some agility to it, if you will. So let me know, Cap. What's your actual first name? You're not Captain America. And have you seen the silly course? I think you have. Marcus, how's it going, Danny? I'll be hitting you up later today. Okay. One of the 70 or 80 calls I'll make today. Come on, let's hear some questions. I hope you guys have fast forwarded here to the good part, and you're going to hit me up. Cap. What's up, Cap? You want some more calls? You want to make some calls? Wade, I know you're just sitting there waiting to make some calls. I have to follow up on these emails, but I'll do that in a minute. Mute your phone, Wade. If anybody thinks I'm kidding about 70 calls, these are all the texts from the clients. Oh, we're not done. I love it.
What's up, Danny?
You know exactly what's up. You're literally in my ass watching it. All right.
True.
You've got store number 1 in beautiful Hamilton, Canada. And we're trying to reach Fred.
Yeah, it's up to you. We called the other 2 last week, so I reversed them, so we kind of switch it up. But if you want to call Jerome and the other one instead, it's up to you. But I want to switch it up so we're not calling them every week, maybe every second week.
Well, you tell me. What do you want me to call? You updated this a month ago, and you're going in and doing the legwork. You're seeing it going downhill. And this is why when you first scout, you really, the one thing that you should look at is how many machines are really out of order, not just a general feeling or a smell or a taste. Like, okay, 20 out of 80 machines are broken. And then you go back a year later and 70 out of 80 machines are broken. That's not a mistake. That's not an overnight thing. That's neglect. And it's going to reflect in their income. It's going to reflect in how the customers feel about the place. Again, if they go in there on a Sunday and they can't do laundry, they won't come back. If they have to wait an hour because all the machines are being utilized, it's not so bad. They think, okay, well, this is life. If the bus is full, you don't get mad at the airport. You can wait for the next bus, or you can cram in there and get your pocket picked. It's up to you. But you think, oh, well, this is the way that it is. It's a busy weekend. It's a holiday weekend, whatever. You don't blame the airport or the bus company. But if the bus has a flat and the next one is smoking and you're not in India, all of a sudden you're pissed at the constabulation, right? And that's me making up another typical ridiculous scenario. Sorry, India, not sorry. So who are we calling?
All right. Yeah. Let's go to page 47. We'll call, this is the one that had the sale recently where we talked to them about 2 months ago.
Well,
and they had new ownership.
You're supposed to put this at the top if you want to go to page 40.
I did. It was before, and then I switched them so we would do other calls. But since we're on the live, this is more likely to be a promising call. So.
Oh, look at you! You're
more exciting more exciting.
You're so good to me.
I know. I look after you. You look after me.
I want to get you a store, another store. All right.
I can't wait. Trust me.
Now I see. Well, it's more money.
Exactly.
Now,
one's like a taste.
Now I understand. Okay. Give me the 30-second rundown. What have we done? What happened? I know I talked to someone, right?
Evan, yeah. You talked to Evan twice total. Once a few years ago, and then we talked about 2 months ago. We were going to call them after 6 months, but they had the, like I said, the sale. So they just signed a new 5-year lease. they sold it like immediately afterwards, looks like, to the new operator. And then within that time frame, they've already had the ATM broken into. So they had someone vandalize it pretty bad. And someone broke into the ATM. They posted like on Facebook and Instagram that they had the camera video footage. And then basically like, they're like reaching out like, who it is. So this is obviously a new person into the space that doesn't know what they're doing, and obviously paid them money for the laundromat that was already like half the machines are broken.
Understood. Thank you for that. And,
always.
I'm not going to fake. I mean, some of these people I remember. Pebbles, I mean, I remember the
Pebbles, yeah. Daisy very well.
And the nut cases. All right, so Evan knows me. He should be staring at his phone, seeing my number if, in fact, he saved it. And I am calling his Swaler phone. And I'm going to say the place is worse.
You got it.
They sold the friggin' place. This is a perfect example. Oh, they just signed a new 5-year lease, he tells us. We go, well, the place is a shithole.
Yep.
All the equipment's broken. 2 months after that, they sell it. Right? Smart.
Yep.
I hope no one's listening to this, because what you should do is march into the landlord's office and sign a 10-year lease or 15-year lease, and then sell the business. At least you have a bargaining chip. Nobody's going to pry this out of my cold, dead hand. I own it. Nobody owns it, right? Unless you're McDonald's. All right, here we go. All this talk. Let's get something done.
All right, sounds good, Danny.
What do we do when the phone is ringing?
What are we doing? The phone's ringing?
We subscribe.
You ask the viewers to subscribe, exactly.
Hit that subscribe button, you louts. Come on, Evan.
Thank you for calling Markland Property Management and Blair Blanchard. Sherry Richardson Barrett, dial 400.
So exciting.
Evan Apostle?
Evan, Danny D, the laundry guy. How's it going, buddy?
Not bad. How you doing?
Never felt better, never had more. We talked, and I sent an email regarding...
Yeah.
You probably know this. When we talked and I sent you that email, hey, they've got a 5-year lease. Well, they signed the 5-year lease so they could sell it. They sold the business, and you've got a new operator. We just went through there this weekend. Somebody took a grinder to the ATM machine. Looks like they got in. They've got the same equipment in there. And look, you might be tuning me out already because who cares, right? It's a new tenant, a new operator. But the shit part is, man, these businesses are different. If they had good food, I'm going to tell my friends, even if it's a greasy spoon, don't go in the bathroom, but the pizza's great. This is sort of a community service, right? They're supposed to be serving themselves, serving the community, and serving you by paying rent. They have the 25-year-old equipment in place. Now, these people bought the business, so they fell for that bill of goods. We're in there, 60% of the equipment's broken. The roof is leaking.
Yeah.
Their soda and snack machines are empty. Again, who cares? It just shows that they are not long for this world. They've kept the same exact hours of operation. And the sad thing is, dude, look at the internet. It's wrought with people saying, go buy a laundromat. It's the greatest business ever. So it's getting worse and worse. They change. Again, who cares? All I'm asking for is you give me the heads up when it's time. And these people will probably sell it again. 21 years ago, I bought a laundromat. I spent $250,000. Who cares? I thought to myself, I'm either going to sell this shithole or I'm going to make it better. I made it better. And then I realized I never should have signed this lease. So now 36 stores later, this is what we do. My partner and I are local.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, you're, and just with respect, because I got a respect for you that you're so persistent.
Thank you.
You're giving me something to do. Why don't we flip it? And you come to me when you see them closing, and I will do a deal with you, no problem.
Sure. Oh, I will.
Like, I've got like 600 tenants, right? Like, there is no way I'm gonna care how each tenant runs their business. Like, I just can't. That's not my business.
Yeah.
My business is to collect the rent.
Appreciate
but if you want
that.
to come to me when you think, we may have an issue, for sure, I've got no problem doing a deal. The thing is, they pay the rent on time. And at the end of the day, they're really not breaking any rules.
No.
And, we need to also pick our battles. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely please keep in touch with me and let's keep having this conversation. No problem. But I cannot I'm not going to proactively try to terminate their lease.
No, nor Evan,
because
nor
they
am
give
I
us that
asking
shit.
you to. I want to be clear as well. I don't want you to do that. I can't make you do that. That's not why I'm being persistent. I want to stay in your
Right.
ear. Sure, 600 tenants. I deal with a real estate investment trust that got thousands of tenants, and I'm asking you to let me know, that fucking laundromat guy, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Of course. We were just in the store this weekend. If something does go sideways and they chain the doors, I will call you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just asking for reciprocation.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Get
Yeah,
back
no,
to
for
what
sure.
you're
And
doing.
definitely please keep me top of mind. Keep calling, no worries. But just I don't want to give you false promises.
No,
We're
no,
working on it,
no,
because
no.
we're not. Right? But let's keep an eye on them, and I agree 100%. This is I would rather have an operator in there with a nice clean business that attracts great people to the
Well, then
platform.
you're going to get the rent. You know what? People think these are old Chinese operators that are in the basement doing laundry. You know what they are? They're doctors and lawyers who are looking for some type of tax benefit,
Right.
and they buy it
Right,
and they
right.
pay you the rent, and then they say, "Man, this business isn't what I was told it was." That's kind of shitty,
Interesting.
but we'll
Yeah.
still do it.
Yeah.
And that's sad because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a community service, and the community's not being
Yeah,
served.
yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Save my cell phone number.
All right. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honesty
Yeah, we should
goes.
pick up this time, right?
Honesty goes a long way, right? We've left this guy how many
course.
messages? 6, 24, 7, 15, 7, 29. And luck upon luck, all of my clients and YouTube want to hear conversations with people. They want to hear Danny work
Yep.
his magic. They want to hear landlords tell the truth. This guy is going to be very different than a lord of the land who owns a building who's passionate about his tenants. And he just goes, shit, man, I got what I took away from that, I've got 600 tenants. He thinks that I'm waiting for him to call. He's wrong. Because I just told him they sold it, and now they're screwing it up even worse. But the difference is these people have more debt than the previous operator. It's insanity. They bought it.
Yep, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Then what I'm going to do, it always starts at the price they paid. I was robbed. I didn't buy this place. You're seeing it over and over again. Proof. Oh, you're a hired actor, right, Wade? That Evan's a hired actor. These are people telling the truth, not send a letter and get a laundromat purchased no matter what it takes. What a crock of shit. Here's, you gave me a screen cap of
the reviews.
Half of the machines had an out of order sign on them, period. Bought 3 pops from the machine. Oh, they must be from the Midwest. All expired and tasted bad. Place was clean though. Okay, well, that's almost a good review. And then the operator, the owner wrote, Lee, thanks for your feedback. We apologize for the frustration you experienced with the machine. I think he had AI do this with the machines and the vending products. The laundromat is now under new management, and we're working hard on repairs. No, you're not. And maintenance to get more machines running reliably. We were fucked when we bought the plate. No, you didn't say that. We're also addressing the vending machine so that only fresh items are stocked. We're glad you found the place clean. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Good. We're a small business, and we hope to give us another chance, and you'll notice improvements on your next visit. Well, that was very nice. Very nice.
That was like a month ago now because it's been a few weeks. So
Next one. Clean place and friendly staff. However, oh boy, 7 of the 16 dryers were out of order. What do they care?
Yeah. Doesn't matter,
Because
right?
you can use the other ones, right? Why does the customer care? Why do they care?
Because when those 9 are out of order, they got to wait.
Right. So they're waiting
or they're used
to use a dryer that's probably a Sunday, and that's why they care. My God, I just talked about this on this call. Same with the washers. Several of them were out of order. Now, I guarantee you the place had not packed, but had enough customers that they had to wait. Unless they're all broke at once, It tells me they haven't had any repairs in quite some time. Going to, and then it says more. I don't know. She probably said going to another laundromat next week. Hi, Rita. Thank you for your honest feedback. And this is a new operator that just bought it, so he cares, right? We sincerely apologize.
Exactly.
She's gone. She's not reading this. We apologize for the inconvenience you experienced with the machines being out of order during your visit. That and a nickel. The laundromat is now under new management. Oh, when did that happen? We are actively working on repairs and preventative maintenance to ensure more machines are available. So he cut and pasted his previous comment. People can see that too.
Pretty much. And it's funny because Rita left that review when this is like right before we called Evan. Last time he told us that was they signed the 5-year lease. So this is like the old operator that they're getting mad at.
Oh,
and the new operator, and the new operator is like replying for them. So he should have read that first and be like, why do I want this place? It's a shithole. It's half the machines are down. Like, and he still bought it, or they still bought it. I don't know if it's a male or female, but they still bought it knowing like this review was on the system.
Maybe
like,
I should
crazy.
Stop cursing on my channel. Maybe I should maybe I should be the 1.9 million followers. Maybe I'll be the one to turn the corner in the laundromat industry. Trust me, dude, there's plenty of people. There's fake posers all over the internet who are saying Danny's full of it. What do you think that these fake gurus do when someone says, well, what do you think about Danny D'Angelo? They either go make a YouTube video about me to try to quell all of that. And these are people that have polished horseshit channels and fake followers, right? And they say this video is sponsored by some poor bastard that doesn't know what they're doing, giving them money for these horrible YouTube videos. What's your goal? To pull the wool over everyone's eyes and say, oh, buy a laundromat.
No, thank you.
No, there's the 3 words. No, thank you. All right, where are we going next? Give me a nickname here.
We got Jerome. We spoke to him a few months ago, and we sent him my email, and then he hasn't responded back.
So Jerome is different.
He was open to us when we talked to him.
Jerome is different from many others because he's a landlord and an operator.
And operator. Yeah, exactly. Page 79, just in case.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, to the people watching this video, if let's say the person bought that other laundromat, we'll say for $200,000, and I know you've said this many times, Danny, the amount of time it's going to take for them to recoup that $200,000 on top of costs of new machines, this new operator is going to take 10 to 15 years just to break even, and basically he's not even making any money the entire time. So for people who are
spend the $200,000 on machines and machines only, or better yet, 0%. You know this. You don't give them money.
Of course.
I'd rather spend $200,000 on a couple of machine guns. That's another thing that keeps me down on YouTube, right? I'm being serious.
It's true. Of course.
A scout.
I know you've talked all the time, but I figured it'd be good.
International Harvester Scout. Yeah, baby. Okay.
Nice.
Forget about my latest obsession. We have.
If I ever go to the States, you have to shoot some of your guns. I never shot a gun before. So.
Oh my God. That must be
Canada.
terrible.
We don't have that stuff up here.
We
throw ice balls and stuff.
You can get short barrel shotguns.
Nice. I got to shoot one at least once.
So, when do we think that poor Jerome purchased this building? Did I ask him if he bought the building just so he could have a laundromat? I probably would have asked him that.
We know this is actually the original person we talked to on this one. I actually was our first call, very first call we did together back in April of 23. She was selling the business the next day. Her name was Grace. And I popped in like a week later just to see. And I happened to bump into the old operator / owner. And then I guess I ran into Jerome unintentionally. He was like learning the ropes, I think. And, we didn't talk to him for a bit because we figured, he probably was going to run it. We had to wait a little bit of time to make sure that he could see how hard it really was. And
wait a minute. This isn't the guy that you have to text in order to get in, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the guy that owns the 2 bars at the nightclubs. Yeah.
Well, lead with that.
Jerome was good. Like he actually listened to us.
So he
Yeah,
owns nightclubs and bars, and he's trying to run the laundromat
Yep.
the way he does that with red rope treatment, where you literally have to push a buzzer, text him,
to get the attendant to open the door. Yeah.
have a secret handshake in order to get in. Now, dude, what that tells me is he might be running it as a tax break, right? And
Yeah.
if that's the case, good for him.
Or
All right.
I know it's the real reason is because obviously he's had fights, I guess, break out in there, and then supposed like
So
doing
what?
it the proper way. His thing was like to lock the door and like basically like let people in that they deem as
So what?
worthy, if you will. So,
If you're
which is
trying to run a
ridiculous.
real business and a fight breaks out, you put security on. You put cameras up that actually work.
Exactly.
You do what we do, what I show in the course. You make a wanted poster. Have fun with it. Do the obvious thing.
You know it exactly.
Think like a knucklehead who's getting in a fight. What does he not want to see? He doesn't want to see his face plastered in there. And as soon as those get ripped off, you look at the camera system. Oh, look who ripped it off. It was the same guy.
Yep. Put it up again.
All right, here we go. Stand by.
No, I love that.
Shut up, Wade. Now you subscribed. I know you did. Thumbs up. Ancient Rome, all that was written about the thumb.
Your call has been forwarded to voice. Available. At the tone, your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Jerome, Danny D'Angelo, call me back. All right, Mr. Prodigy. So when Caesar wants the gladiator who's on the ground in the prone position taken out, what does he do with his thumb?
Thumbs down, but you want the opposite.
We don't know that for truth. So what was written and what all film lore has come up with is thumbs down, thumbs up. But in reality, all that was written down was that the Caesar indicated with his thumb and the gladiator was dispatched. So we don't, he might have put it up his nose. He might have thumbed like we do in New York. He might have just said, Bafangu. I don't know. Interesting tidbit for today. All right, Wade, we it's not luck when we get to talk to somebody because now we know further. He's like, well, you're being persistent. Well,
of course.
I left 17 messages and you never bothered to call me back. And now we know why. Maybe that's the point of this live today is that, yes, it's hard, but my new clients never think it will be them, right? Even if you're watching this, we made 4 calls. One landlord picked up. Another one called us back. Another one picked up.
Which is rare.
And one, we had to leave yet another message. And I don't know. I can't speculate. I get the client's text. Let's try earlier today. And then I've got a landlord. How many times have we called after 5 p.m. and they pick up? They never pick up before. It's not about business hours. It's about that the guy happens to be a pharmacist or he's got other businesses or he's driving home. And you've got the ones that pick up. I mean, it's the gambit, right? They pick up and they say, oh, I'm driving home. I got to call you back. Well, why'd you pick up the phone?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Why'd you pick up the phone? All right, Wade, be well.
True. You too, Danny. Thanks again. Cheers, brother.
Bye. I have 2 emails to send, and I will do that. But first, you peeps, ask me some personal questions. Ask me why I do this. Ask me who the hell I am and what do I think. Where'd you get them britches? Cap, what's your name? Cap is coming from a strange place. Gabba says hello, Darren from New Jersey. Cap is coming from a strange place because he gives us full disclosure. I've not seen your course yet. I'm a former New Yorker. You're always a New Yorker who just watches all of your videos, and I try to pay close attention to what you say on here. My name is Richard. Richard, hello. Why would you be out, honestly, spending your valuable time looking at laundromats, physically scouting locations? I'm not teaching you on here how to hammer a nail or how to build a birdhouse by hammering those nails, where to get the nails, Lowe's or Depot. I'm on here showing you the end product of people that already know my teachings. I don't keep anything a secret, you're right, because your question had me on the fence, didn't it? Has he seen the course? When someone says something or quotes me or they know something that they would only know from my silly course, I say, oh, okay, they're a course holder, right? An alumni, if you will. I'm not on here to sell courses, period. You won't hear me say full stop. I don't like that. But you, my friend, are investing your personal time. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at YouTube how to change a watch band or hammer a nail into a bird head. And I follow those instructions. I'm telling you to get the full instruction before you waste any more of your time. Answer me this, Richard. Do you even know what the silly course is going to run you? Do you? Answer me. Naeem says, I'll be buying your course today. Look at that. Looking forward to growing a business. I'm looking forward to helping. Naeem, you and anyone else can email me anytime. Danny@freelaundromat.com. I'll put it in the chat. Spell laundromat correctly. Otherwise, it won't go through. I had a guy telling me, I've emailed you 50 times. He's on here during a live. Okay, what email address? Danny@freelaundromat. Wonder why I didn't get it. Must be my fault. Christian, do you clean the machines? Also, do you keep spare parts or buy in bulk for repairs? In the beginning, did you find yourself repairing things yourself? Christian has not seen the course because he'd know the answers to every one of those questions. Do you clean the machines? Do I? What button am I going to hit, kids? Try not to be an idiot. Christian, if you think you're going to own one laundromat, have at it, and you can clean the machines. No problem with that. No problem with that whatsoever. But if you're cleaning the machines in one laundromat, can you clean the machines in 30 or even 2 or 5 or 6 or 10, 11? Are you going to become a billionaire? There are no laundromat billionaires. There is a fake guru out there. If you don't think big when you start, you'll never be big. You have to look at this small business like a big business. We have contract attendants who clean the machines. When you buy a part, your brand new dryers, one of the skateboard wheels goes out. That's what I call them. You're going to buy one wheel? Do you think that that's indicative of what's to come with all those other dryers, tumblers? Of course it is. So yeah, you don't buy in bulk, but you don't want to buy one. Mr. Patra, oh no, I made fun of Indians earlier. Sort of. I mean, India. Mr. Patra, tell us, how is the bus system in India? Do you go on public transport? And how does it work? And then rewind and laugh. How'd you ensure that your daughters do not grow up as spoiled kid? bro, that is a great question. And they are, and that's one of, I mean, people think that they want to have this problem. You don't. How do I insure it? How do I try to insure it? They work. 2 out of 3 have jobs. The ones in high school, still 16. They see my work ethic. We have movie night on Mondays. Sundays, always dinner at home if we're not traveling. We ski together every week, every year for at least a week. All of that. Being present is important. Mike Palmer, I'm in the process to get my first free laundromat and was able to move the impact fees to a better suite with the shopping center, more parking, better visibility, larger space. Mike, I'm going to warn you, they're going to get that money back, right? When you get something for free from a landlord, other than TI for AC units, because they've got that money banked from the previous hailstorm, they're going to get that money back in the form of future rent. I don't know. Do you have 50 cents a square foot? What are you doing? However, he says, one benefit I didn't realize until later was the terrible reviews of the old store won't follow me to the new suite. That's a small thing. No one's looking at laundry reviews, bro, unless they're giving you, I mean, would you? Well, I'm not going to go to this laundromat. Terrible review. People that look at the reviews are the ones that are giving a bad review. Ask yourself, I'm not telling you you're wrong, but you got a free laundromat, so you're a prodigy. Good job. Justin says, after finding you, I assume now any new laundromat build is doomed. Upon their opening, should I keep tabs on them until I see an opening to get the location for free? No, not if you're in any sort of urgent. If you feel any urgency whatsoever, Justin, no, because here's why. That store will open. It's either being built by a distributor or an operator who already has stores and has that feeling that, well, I've taken over 3, I bought 1, and now it's time to build one. I just want to do it. There are folks that build stores and make money, and they are those folks that have taken over 3, bought 1, etc., etc. They want to own the market. So that store may never shut down, at least outwardly. You might see the store operating for a decade. Does that mean it's successful? Not for the operator. Maybe they built it as a distributor to sell it. So if you're just driving by, you see that open sign. A week later, open sign. A year later, open sign. A decade later, open sign. Now, this is the bullshit that the CLA talks about, right? The numbers that the fake guru keep pushing and pushing and pushing. What is the number? You guys tell me. You're on the live. What percentage of laundromats never fail? I'll wait. That's because that brand new store has been open for a decade, and all you see is that shiny new open sign that lights up at night. But it's had 10 operators. One only lasted 3 months. A few of them lasted a couple of years. Just kicking this around. You just saw it live on this call. Rewind if you just joined us. You just saw it live. All you would see is that store and these complaints and these people saying, this place sucks. And then the operator going in there and saying, oh no, we're under new management. Thank you, Todd. 95%. That's the big, important, clever lie. The clever lie is this store in our synopses here has been open for 10 years and always open for 10 years. It's part of the 95% that never fail, right? It failed 9 operators. If one of them was able to sell it for a profit, was that really a failure? No, 95%. If one of them lost $200,000 because they built it and they didn't know about the EPA fees, guys, I have these on my channel. I have real people calling in and saying, I have a 3 weeks ago, I have a $1.3 million laundromat that it will never make money. How do I sell it? It's 1,400 square feet. What the you talking about? You could tune in halfway through this or take me out of context and say, man, this guy hates laundromats. No, I love them. I love making you understand how good they are. Why don't you go forth and do this for me? Go into all of these fake guru spots and say, no. Or when they say the word flex in my Instagram, and I'll send you out a scenario where you're going to buy every laundromat in town. Go forth and multiply in great numbers. Now, what's going to happen is they're just going to delete you and block you, but maybe you'll save somebody from giving these people thousands of dollars. My impetus for doing this used to be the industry itself, the people that, when I first started consulting, I thought I needed to do what others do now. I thought I needed to spend money on advertising. How are people going to know I'm doing this? I can say this because it's the same president of the Coin Laundry Association. I'm not anti-CLA. I tell you in my course to join the CLA. I still do. With that caveat, I called up. I said, freelaundromat.com. Yeah, I want to put some banner ads on your website. The next day, I remember this vividly. It's over 20 years ago. The next day, I get a return call. An email. Oh, we can't advertise with you. I believe they put in writing competition. I called. I'm old school. I like to talk on the phone. What? Where's the president? Put him on the phone. Oh, he's busy. Huh. So I decided right then and there I would never spend a dime on advertising with anybody, and I still haven't. Maybe that's why this proliferation of buy a laundromat, buy a laundromat, buy a laundromat, buy a laundromat, it's because those people are spending thousands of dollars a month in order to sell their silly $1,000 course or $5,000 course or their come to my town and look at my laundromat for $10,000. Michael Palmer, I would have to ask you, Michael, are we consulting? Do you have my phone number? It sounds like you're neck deep in a new laundry. And to me, it makes no sense when I get an email from someone and they say, thanks, Danny, you did it for me. I just signed my lease. I'm not really happy with this, this, and this. Well, wait a minute. I might have saved you $100,000 in signing that lease. Why didn't you ever consult with me? Guys, if you've seen the course, if you're on here, if I'm preaching to you at the choir, do one of two things. Email Danny@freelaundromat.com or the emails you see on my website, any of them, click on it and say, I've seen the course. I want to talk to Danny. It's a couple of bucks. It's a never-ending consult. You get my actual cell number. Don't cut your own throat by signing a piece of paper that's going, because it's greed, right? I'm so excited. I've always wanted this. I've always wanted to be a business owner. So you put your neck in a noose and you make a bunch of mistakes. Ask Wade how many times I've said, no, not for you. Wrong store. That won't work. Tony, what's up, Danny? Bought the course and going through it. A lot of mind-blowing information. Thank you, Tony. Man. Crazy. Because I don't see anybody on here saying, run for the hills. Public transport in India is one of the best in the world. Oh, man, good for you. I'm just referring to movies I've seen. Not the most efficient. Yeah, well, the Nazis figured that out, right? Goebbels, trains must run on time. Or on time, but it gets the job done. The metro system in my city moves 1 million people per day. I thought it was 1 million people per square foot. Also, it looks like we're getting a bullet train earlier than you guys are. Oh, California, the train to nowhere, please. I use public transport to go home to college every day, combination of bus and metro. All right, Todd says 95%. Mr. Patra, 8% of India has personal vehicles, so there's no India without public transport. Got it. Mike says we're not consulting. Dude, come on. Smash the button. We will literally be on the phone today. Done. Ask anyone on here who's consulted with me. You get an email, you get my cell phone. David, someone built out a new laundromat near me. They are charging $7 to use a 40-pound washer. Average cost is $3 to $4 everywhere else. Feel bad for them. Too much money up front to build. Yes. But drive by in a year, in a decade, it will still be there, it will still be operating, and it will still be part of the 95% success rate of every laundromat. Try not to be an idiot. Wade is jumping in. There were at least 4 stores that were way too small, like 8 washers, 700, 800 square feet. Canada has a lot of small stores. It's still enough to go after similar in my current location. Thank you, Wade. Wade's a big fan, big fan. Justin, I'm very excited to start consulting. I just need the cash. Money is tight in this economy. Justin, real question for you only. Everyone else, plug your ears. La, 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 la. Justin, if you can't afford my never-ending consultation and you're not 20 years old living on your parents' couch, how are you going to change that? Question for you. You don't even have to answer it. It's just something to think about. What's your plan to change that? My friend, there was a time I got $100 for school clothes. Every year I can remember. Not 102, not $100 plus tax, a $100 bill. And my parents scraped for that. I'm not crying about it. I never went hungry. Even when we were homeless for 6 months, I never went hungry. A lot of dine and dash going on. I digress. I never want to forget the time that I didn't have $20. Now, when I talk to my kids, like Mr. Patra said, about those times, it's the whole, I walked uphill both ways to school through the snow. That's not true. It was pretty level. They don't listen. They tune out. You have to know when to talk to your kids about real things like money. It's when they ask you. That's when you sit down. And I find with my daughters, they want to hear my real stories, my heartbreak stories, my stories of ex-girlfriends. What? It wasn't always mom? No. Now they're really listening. Be truthful and honest with them. Only you can answer that. Only you can prevent forest fires. Moreover, I've never heard random stabbings taking place in India. All right, dude, stop with the public transport in India. Sorry, he's on the phone with the landlord talking, shaking him down. But yes, your course is, no, it's not $300. It's less than that. You were literally just talking to the landlord, shaking him down. Okay, guy who hasn't seen the course. This is the heartbreak to me, dude. You're talking to a landlord and haven't seen the course with the words you need to say. That's all. Simple, Danny. Grit, hard work, my full faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Justin says it's about deciding failure is not an option. No, it is not. We've had a lot of fun. Now I want all of you and the ones watching this evergreen video to go into the comments on this video, not in the top chat, in the video comments. Take the time to go over there and tell me the best job you've ever had. Go.